Okay, so yesterday we learned how to actually go about finding out whether a number is prime or composite or not. Okay, today let's move on to practice now 2. So open up your notebook, okay, because you're going to start writing in your notebook. Okay, we're looking at practice now 2, so write down P and 2. And this is question 1. Now, the question says that if P and Q are whole numbers such that P times Q equals to 31, we want to find the value of P plus Q. Explain your answer. Okay? Do you all find this question a bit confusing? Will you all be able to understand this question? Who doesn't understand? Okay? I think that you're not alone, don't worry. Okay? So let's break down the question. Okay? Because there's a lot of algebra going on over here. P and Q are unknowns. Okay? They are representing certain numbers. It says that they are whole numbers. We know what are whole numbers, right? Okay, they are 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Don't need to copy the question, don't waste time copying the question. Okay, I want you to listen to me. Right? Now, then these whole numbers, when I multiply them together, it becomes 31. Okay? That will also mean that P and Q are factors of 31. Right or not? Okay, P and Q are factors of 31. That means a number times number give us 31. Now, what are the possibilities that P and Q can be such that it becomes 31? Yes, Xavier. 1 and 31. Are there any other numbers? No. Okay? Why is there no other numbers? Because we see that 31 is a prime number. So question asks us to actually explain, right? So we say that since 31 is a prime number, only 1 times 31 equals 31. Correct? That will mean that P is 1, Q is 31. It can be the other way around also, but it doesn't matter. Okay? Because at the end of the day, what we're trying to find is P plus Q, which is 1 plus 31, or 31 plus 1. That gives us 30. Okay? Scroll up for the next question. Right? Let's take a look at question 2 now. My height is I can. Thank you. Anybody hasn't filled out this thing yet for your Chromebook? No? Whole number such that n times n plus 28 is a prime number. Okay, so this is practice now 2, question 2. Equals to a prime number. That's what the first phrase says. The question asks you to find out what is this prime number and explain your answer. Okay, now what is so special about prime numbers? What kind of numbers must multiply each other in order to give us prime number? Or what are the factors of a prime number? 1 and itself, right? Okay? That means that in this product over here, one of the numbers must be 1, isn't it? Agree? Okay? Can this number n plus 28 be 1? Okay, if let's say n plus 28 is 1, right? Then if I were to go and find out what is n, then n will no longer be a whole number because n must be 0 and above. Okay, so but later on, okay, when we learn negative numbers, then it might be a different story lah. But at this point now, okay, we understand that n plus 28 cannot be 1. Okay, that means that n must actually be 1. Agree? Okay, because these two numbers, when they multiply, must give us prime number. One of them must be 1. So n must be 1. Okay? So n equals to 1 since the product is a prime number. Okay? Therefore, n plus 28. n is 1, so 1 plus 28, that will give us 29. Okay, and then this sign, these three dots over here, okay, it means therefore. Alright, so you can start learning how to write in short form. Okay, these are acceptable notations. So therefore, n plus 28 is 29, hence 1 times 29, okay, rather, hence the prime number, because the question asks us to find the prime number, right? The prime number is 1 times 29, which is 29. Okay. Are you ready this side already? Yeah? Okay. Moving on. Okay. Done. So moving on, we're going to learn index notation. What is index notation? Okay. Index notation is to help us, okay, write very big numbers and very small numbers in an easier manner. So for example, speed of light is actually 300 million meter per second. A lot of zeros. Okay. Not going to be easy to keep track of writing how many zeros are there. So we need to actually simplify that writing. Likewise, okay, if I'm given a situation such as if the number of cells of bacteria X doubles every second, so every single second is times 2, okay, and I want to know how many cells of bacteria X would there be at the end of 1 hour, okay, how many seconds are there in 1 hour? 3,600, right? Because 1 hour got 60 minutes. 60 minutes each has 60 seconds. So 60 times 60, we get 3,600. So every single second, if it doubles, times 2 times 2 times 2 for 3,600 times. Imagine us having to write that down. It will have to be, after 1 second is times 2, right? Okay. Then times 2 times 2 times 2. Imagine if I have to write this for 3,600 times. That's going to be very complicated, right? And a complete waste of our time, right? To write times 2. Okay? So that's the whole purpose of doing index notation. So what exactly is that? Okay? Index notation is used to represent the operation of multiplying by itself in a concise manner. So instead of having to repeat like that, I want to simplify that writing. Okay? I think some of you may already encounter this. Okay? So, for example, because we're looking at repeated multiplication, only multiplication, not addition. 5 times 5, we can write it as 5 to the power of 2. That's how we read it. Otherwise, we can read it as 5 squared. Okay? So, because there are 2 of them, we write it as 5 squared. Now, if there are 3 of them, I will write it as 5 cubed. Okay, otherwise we can also read it as 5 to the power of 3. Other than square and cube, okay, I don't have another naming for it, another simple meaning. There's no 5 fourth or 5 quart, okay, there's no such word. Alright, so we call this as 5 to the power of 4. Okay, so you notice that the one at the top right hand corner is written in a smaller manner. Okay? Alright? So in writing your index notation, there are actually two parts to it. This number at the bottom, okay, is what we call the base. Okay? And the number on top is smaller and must be at the top right hand corner. That is what we call the index or power. Okay, I know that it is moving. Oops. Okay, I will write this down over here. So I want you to take this note in your notebook. Index notation. Example, we have 5 to the power of 4, whereby this is what we call the base. And this is what we call the index or the power. Okay, please take note of that. And this value itself, what it means is 5 to the power of 4 equals to 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 4 times. Okay. Questions? Alright. So for this question found on your SLS, I think I can leave it to you to go and try it out yourself. Okay, it's just an activity. Now, the important part about prime numbers is this idea of prime factorization. Okay? What is prime factorization? Prime factorization is the writing of a composite number. So let's say I have this composite number. I want to write it as something times something times, I don't know how many times now, okay? Maybe something times something, whereby these two are prime numbers. Okay? So, in prime factorization, what we're trying to achieve is to write a composite number in terms of its prime numbers. May I know what are you doing your homework over there? Say again? Never mind, okay, you pay attention to what's happening here first. Okay? So, let's take a look at this question. Express 144 as a product of its prime factors. Okay, how do we go about doing that? Alright? Can I erase this part first? Okay, maybe let's not do let's not do this question first. Later on you try it yourself. Okay? Out. Okay, so for example, okay, this is an example I want you to write down in your notebook. Let's say in your notebook. Okay. Okay, for example, the number 12. Okay, 12 is what times what? Other than 1 times 12. Don't give me 1 times 12. 3 times 4. Okay, let's do that. 3 times 4. Okay. Now, is 4 a prime number? Isn't, right? Okay. We agree that 12 is a composite number, right? Okay, so in prime factorization, I want to break it down into prime numbers. So 3 is prime already, 4 isn't. Now, for 4, can I break it down into prime numbers instead? 1 times what will give us 4? 2 times 2, right? Okay. Should I choose 1 times 4? No, why? Because 1 is actually not a prime number. Okay? We want prime numbers as our product. Okay? As our factors. So, 4, I break it down into 2 times 2. Now, 3 times 2 times 2, are they already prime numbers? Yes, right? Okay? So, we have just covered index notation. What we can do is to simplify the writing of 2 times 2. I can write it as 3 times 2 squared. Right? Okay? For numbers that are small like this, it might be easy for us, okay, to work it out in this process. But now, what if, okay, this is example 1. What if I give you a bigger number, such as 210? Okay? It won't be tedious, alright, for you to actually break down 210 into its prime factors with the steps that I've just shown. Okay? What we can do is this thing that I call a ladder method because it looks like a ladder. Okay? So I draw like a T-shape kind of thing first. What I first do, I put 210 over here. Okay? Now, the number that I will put over here must be a prime number. Okay, so let's start with the smallest prime. Okay, smallest prime will be 2 and 210 can be divided by 2, right? Okay, so I'll divide by 2 and then use your calculator to help you. 210 divided by 2, I will get 105. Okay, then 105 can I divide by 2? Cannot, right? Divide by 5. Okay, so sorry, your name is. Does it match this one? It doesn't. What's your name? Colin. Okay. So Colin says 5. Okay. Because it's down the end with 5, then let's just jump with 5. Okay. It cannot be divided by 3 also anyway, right? Because 105. Can it be divided by 3? Oh, actually can, huh? Okay. So actually, if you want to, can start with 5 or you can go down the list with divide by 3 also can. So let's maybe just go from big to small easier. Divide by 3, I will be able to get 3 and 5. 35, right? Okay. Now this one cannot be divided by 3 anymore. I go to the next prime number, divide by 5. I will have 7. Okay. Now, depending on what are the ways that you learn, okay, I know that some of you might have tuition, you already learned this, you see different textbook. In fact, the video on SLS does it differently. Okay, SLS, that video tells you to stop here already since this is already the simplest prime number. What I prefer is to really go down into dividing by 7 all the way until you reach 1. Okay, so that you know you have completely exhausted everything already. Okay, so what do I do with this ladder? I will look at this column over here. Okay, 210 will be 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. Okay, so I transfer it into the product. And this is how I break down 210 into its product of prime factors. Understand? Okay. Questions? No? Right? Shall we try another one more? Okay. Now, do you want a very big number? 3375 or 784? I'll choose one. 3,375 or you want to do 784? 3375. Okay, let's do 3375. Okay, so 3,375. Let's do the ladder. Okay, so 3,375, what is the first prime number I shall divide it by? 3, okay? Sure can divide by 3, Cannot, okay? So can press the calculator check, 3375 divided by 3, what do I have? 125, 1125, okay. Then what is the next one? Divide by 5 again. Can you divide by 3 or not? I can, right? Okay, so I divide by 3. I'll get 375. Okay, continue divide by 3 again. I will have 125. So you notice my ladder not enough, just extend it now. Okay. 125, can it be divided by 3? Now, so must go through 5 already. Okay. Then I will have 25. Divide by 5 again, and divide by 5 again, all the way until you reach 1. Okay. Forgot to mention over here and at 1. Okay, so that means your 3375 is equals to 3 times 3 times 3 times 5 times 5 times 5. But we already know index notation, very good. It is actually 3 cubed times 5 cubed because there are 3 3's and 3 5's. Okay. So if no questions, let's just do a quick one. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Because I really want you to try out uploading stuff. So I will give these MCQ questions a miss. You can go and try it out on your own at home if you want to. I do notice there are people in class who actually went through this SLS lesson. I put it as optional because we really did it in class now. Okay, so I leave it up to you for your own revision. Okay. Now let's look at practice now 3 on your textbook, page 8. You want to look at the prime factorization of 126. Okay. Could I erase the whiteboard? Please tell me if you don't have enough time copy, let me know. Otherwise, please catch up from your classmates who might write faster. Okay, now 126, we already know how to do it, right? Okay, so let's do this together. 126, putting in the ladder. What is the number that I should divide first? Let me take out my ice cream sticks. Alyssa. That's Alyssa. Alyssa, can you tell me what should I divide it by? What is the first prime number that I should put here? Y2, because a friend tell you. Then, say again. It is the smallest prime number, but also because 126 is even, we know it can divide by 2. Because if it's not even, then we skip 2 already. Okay? So divide by 2, 126 divided by 2, I will get 63. Right? Okay? Then after that, I divide by 3. Right? I will get 21. And then I will divide by 3 again. 7. And then finally 7. And left 1. Okay? So therefore, 126 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 7. Or if you are fast enough, 2 times 3 squared times 7. Okay? Notice that usually in my product of prime factors, I have it in increasing order. Okay? But it doesn't really matter since we know that 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times 2, isn't it? Okay? Alright? Now, this is the part where I want you to try out yourself. Okay, so listen carefully to what I want you to do. Alright? Practice now 3. I want you to try this question out on your own in your notebook. Okay? Then, you see that on your laptop there is a camera. Okay? I'm not sure whether the camera works. Okay, but at home, what you could do when my question asks you to show your working clearly, okay, what you can actually do is that you can upload the answer. Let me show you how that works. Okay, I go into student mode first. Can I see student view? No, I cannot. Okay, try. Okay, so what you can do, right, over here, okay, when you click on it, can I erase the board already? Erase, okay, what you can do after you write and solve the question, okay, if you are even take a photo and upload it, you can upload it using this album file function, okay. At home, if you have, let's say, your handphone, you can use your handphone to take a photo, then maybe send via WhatsApp. I think you know how to use WhatsApp web, right? No? Okay, if you know, then you can do that. This is one possibility. Another possibility, let me show you, to upload your answer, you put the square root sign, okay, and then you type. Okay, so 792 this time now is equals to, I don't know what's the answer, let me just 2 to the power of maybe 2, then you go and find the times, anyhow. Okay, times 3 to the power of 4. Then you press insert. Okay, so this can form your working, right, for your answer. Okay. Alternatively, option number 3 is that if your laptop has a stylus, in future your Chromebook has, you can click on this add blank image, blank drawing. Currently your Chromebook doesn't have a stylus, but you can use your finger. Okay, you can write it out for me. 792 equals to 2 to the power of maybe 3 times 3 to the power of 4. Then you add it. Okay. Then it takes some time to load and then it will appear. Right? 3 different options. Okay. And then after you click on submit. Are we clear about this process? Okay. So I want you to solve. Okay. We have 5 minutes left. This 792. Okay. When you're done. Sorry, this one is wrong answer. I don't know what's the answer. Okay. 792. Then after you upload your answer, try uploading. Okay. Will you please do that now? You got it?
Haven't yet.
Not yet? Oh, I think it's because it doesn't work that way. Emmanuel, can I go back and try it? Okay, so by default, you understand instructions, right? Okay. Okay, now when you're done, okay, I want you to log out of your Chromebook. Remember to log out of your email address as well. Okay, how do you do that? So you can go back to the Google Classroom page, right? There should be a sign out of all accounts at the bottom or something like that. Okay? Yeah. If you cannot, never mind, you go back home and try it. Yeah. Okay, if you still cannot, never mind, you go back home and try. Because I'm short of time now. Okay, what I need you to do is to sign out of your account, log out of the Chromebook. When you're done, close it, and then return it to Mr. Yap outside. Okay? Okay, do remember to sign out because you wouldn't want anybody else who's using this Chromebook to actually access your account. Okay, can you hurry up because your teacher is waiting outside. Okay, if you cannot, never mind, go back home and try it. Alright, I want all of us to log out our Chromebooks now. Okay? Then after that, close it down, pass it to Mr. Yap at the outside.
Don't shut up.